Sneha Srivastava is a student from Macaulay Honors College, pursuing her second master's degree in data analysis to complement her background in international affairs and market research. Her project, What's Lost in the Waters Dive into New York City's Flood Vulnerability Index, visualizes the variables in that index. The key visualization is a three-dimensional interactive model mapping the flood susceptibility to harm and recovery index against the median household income of each census tract in the city, in addition to maps of future flooding scenarios. As such, the project tackles issues of environmental justice, sustainability, while addressing the policy implications of climate resilience in different neighborhoods. Check out her work, links in the description box below.
My name is Sneha. I'm super excited to be here, and my demonstration is an attempt to visualize New York City's flood vulnerability and susceptibility to harm, whether they can recover variables like that. So this was entirely inspired by a data art project that I had a while ago. There is an Austrian artist called Herwig Scherabin who makes these sort of like 3D visualizations of a lot of socioeconomic factors in different cities. He's done London, Chicago, etc. And I wanted to kind of emulate that in a New York City way, make it interactive, and create something that people could look at and gain insights from. All of this is available on a deployed website, so easy to follow. It's just a link. It's available to use down here. It should be showing the city, but that's okay, it's up here. So when you get to this map, it will tell you the variables if you hover over them. So in this case, I focused on the flood susceptibility to harm and recovery index. So what this index is essentially 12 different variables that were gathered by the city of New York via, US Census. I think they use the decennial census and the ACS survey. And they calculated a flood susceptibility to harm based on variables like age, gender, race, English-speaking populations, poverty rates, etc. So the idea was to kind of put it on an index of 1 to 5.
Gotcha.
In this map, the darker colors are used to indicate a more susceptible neighborhood, so that would be an FSHRI of 5, whereas the lightest colors, which happen to be white in this map, would be the lowest, so they're most able to recover from a flood, if you will.
Have there been any challenges when creating this project?
Definitely. Yeah. I tried a few different ways of making this project. I tried ArcGIS first. I spent many hours trying to get it to work. I think it struggles sometimes with larger data sets, and this was a very large data set because it was split by census tract. I also added median income as a variable, so definitely fought with that a little bit. But yeah, finally landed on Kepler.gl, which is a great 3D visualization software. And yeah, it's open source. Anyone can use it. It's just a website. You can look it up and you can make a map like this too.
What's next for this project?
What's next? Yeah. So I would love to get more into the actual flood vulnerability index, because this is just one of the variables they have in the data set. So they have environmental variables where they actually predict the risk of extreme flooding in different neighborhoods, and they predicted for the 2050s, the 2080s, whether it's tidal or storm surge flooding. So there's a lot of different maps that can be created with this, and I created some very basic generic ones, but I would love to kind of explore that and combine it with FSHRI, like I mentioned, and see what data art I can create with that.
Is there a way our reviewers can support this project in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I would say, visit the website, play with it. You can look up your neighborhood, you can zoom into anything, definitely take a look. Connect with me on LinkedIn if you want. Happy to, chat with anybody about it.